Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to another episode of the Derelict Collective Sports. It is me, your main man, the ultimate Knicks fan, Will. I got with me over here. Don't give me that look. We're not going to start on that. They're playing well right now. Anyway, I also got with me. Who else was in here?
The fan of winning teams. That would be me. You know, What do I know? All my teams win. Sorry. What about you, Dave?
We got one playoff game. I got to represent Baltimore all day. So, I got one playoff win. Baby steps. This is Dash. Represent the East Coast, the losing side, but it's cool for now. We gonna get back. Baby steps.
Sure.
One playoff game at a time.
Y'all got to the playoffs. I mean, y'all not picking like second in the draft or nothing. Like the Giants.
Right. We mean Jesus.
That's how we're going to play tonight.
Even
that's how we're going to do it.
Everybody's team can't be in the Super Bowl. Just saying.
Right. You're absolutely right.
As a Bucks fan, currently today, February 1st, 2021, the Bucks are currently about to play a Super Bowl. That they'll lose, but that they'll still be in.
I mean, look, man, when we played our first Super Bowl, I was a fan of the team then. And we were bad then, and then we were bad after the Super Bowl, and now we back in the Super Bowl. We either gonna be in the Super Bowl or we gonna be terrible.
Like out here, Jameis Winston chewing on these W's. You feel me?
Right. That's why we shipped his ass on to New Orleans. He can chew on all the shit he wants to down there.
If you ignore the interceptions, he was balling. Okay.
Right. Aside from the fact that he threw the ball to the other team.
Right. Like, I throw a lot of touchdowns. I throw a lot of interceptions too. I'm trying to do that Brett Favre stuff.
I mean, Brett Favre happened to throw more touchdowns than interceptions. James throwing for every touchdown he threw an interception to go with it.
Right.
Everybody went home happy. He scored touchdowns. The defense picked him off.
So you guys, how was the end of your 2020 sports?
Again, it was my best year of my sports life. I got to see the Lakers and the Dodgers win months apart. And then just for good measure, my team's going to the Super Bowl. First, by the way, to play a home Super Bowl. So, I mean, again, we're making history, but...
How does a guy from Philly who lives wind up rooting for Tampa Bay, the Lakers, and the Dodgers?
It's kind of weird, but,
It's very weird.
Not really when you consider the fact that I am obsessed with LA.
Okay.
So, I like the Lakers. Who doesn't like the Lakers? That's just most people are lying when they say they don't like the Lakers. Everybody secretly likes the Lakers. So,
except probably the Knicks fans. So,
that's because Knicks fans don't like prosperity. So, they don't like anything that looks right because they're so abused that they don't know what right is. So they look at them over there celebrating and all that dumbass confetti. Don't nobody want that shit. That's how they feel.
Like a Patrick Ewing finger roll.
Me on the other hand.
That was uncalled for. That was definitely uncalled for.
Sorry.
Okay.
My bad.
Just saying.
Listen,
so
you gotta kick them while they're down.
My Tampa Bay story, however, I was a fan of Keyshawn Johnson and Mike Allstott.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
And they were my favorite two players, and they ended up playing on the same team, so I like that team. Then you throw in Warren Sapp and Derrick Brooks, I was sold. They hit people.
Right. Yeah.
They hit people a lot.
Right. John Lynch, right.
Yeah. So it's I like winning and, hitting people.
Yeah, they only had that 1 year, though, and then after a while, it was just like...
Oh, wait, hold up. We went to the NFC Championship the year before that. So it was more than 1 year.
Nobody remembers second runner. Right?
Okay.
I mean, that's big talk coming from two people who are home right now, Sorry.
That's fine. So we're in a new year, 2021. Lots of exciting things happening. There's a new super team. How do we feel about what the Nets are doing right now? I'm going to save my opinions for last because we'll have to edit out most of the curse words. Anyway.
I feel like the Nets ain't shit, but the Knicks uptown. This is the mellow.
I wouldn't say
the mellow Knicks all over again. This is like, bro, they are giving up 157 points a game. Like,
to the Wizards, nigga. To the Wizards.
What do you mean? They are letting everybody score. I feel like they are standing outside of the bar, Clay, like, yo, you want to score tonight? Come on in. Just
yeah,
come on, man. So I mean, it offensively, they're gonna score a lot of points. But come playoff time, when teams start taking shit away from you, and it's just you, and then you have to also guard them, like they don't have anybody to guard Joel Embiid.
Right.
They're screwed inside. Like it's even if they go get, I heard them talking about JaVale McGee. Even if he can't guard Joel Embiid.
No.
So they honestly, like they can't guard Bam. They can't guard Joel.
Yeah, that's clearly going to be the strategy. I mean, well, that's just the thing. Like, if they decide to play cohesively, you can score on the inside. They're going to try to trade your 2-pointers for their 3-pointers. So,
I mean, but the problem is not only are you going to get 2-pointers, you're going to get a bunch of and ones because they're going to be so far behind you. They're going to be fouling you on the way to the basket.
Right.
Depends on who's getting those and ones. It's also the case.
Like the Nets are going to be fun to watch. Like I said, they like to mix the Knicks with Melo and Stoudemire.
And it was not the case. No, those were good times. All right.
I knew that wasn't going to work. Like only y'all thought that was going to work.
Well, it would have worked if Dolan didn't do what he does best and not wait for Chris Paul, like waiting for the team to get good and just like, hey, no, let's just do something now.
Right.
We don't need a point guard to handle all these egos.
Bro, y'all could have had Jesus playing point guard. Y'all wasn't beating the Heat with LeBron. It wasn't going to happen.
Wait. Okay.
Wasn't going to happen. Landry Fields in the Bond Shumpert? Sure. Sure.
You tried to trigger me. You tried to trigger me. All right? We're not going to talk about how the Knicks blew them out 3 times that year, but that's fine.
I mean, look, it's just like the Bulls. The Bulls always beat the Heat. Then they lost to them 4-1 in the playoffs. It don't matter. Like they didn't take y'all seriously. Like except for when y'all had Linsanity going on, they shut that shit down. He went to Miami and came back a black dude.
Man.
Yeah, that 2 weeks was epic in New York, boy. Everybody was talking about insanity, man.
Listen, man, they didn't know what to do. They was like, should we be excited?
I mean, like we knew that it was kind of like it was fun. Don't get me wrong, it was definitely fun. But y'all are just gonna sit here and just bash my Knicks all night. By the way,
I mean, you lucky we talking about the Knicks. You should thank us for even giving the Knicks.
The Knicks
right, because they don't even need discussion. Period. Like it's not really nothing going on.
They are a top 4 defense in the league, and defend the 3-pointer better than anybody else in the league.
That ain't gonna matter much when they score every other way on you.
They haven't. No, like I'm telling you, the defense is solid. If y'all somehow stumbled into the playoffs, yes.
Do you know how bad Julius Randle is on defense?
Well, unfortunately, we don't need him to play the defense. We need him to score.
Right, but in order to score, he's got to be on the floor. Unfortunately, basketball players have to play 2 ways. So, sounds like we got a problem. Look, I honestly don't know. You know what? I got the greatest idea ever. Here's how New York will get a championship. So how about we take the Knicks defense and the Nets offense and we make it one team?
That'd be nice.
That's cute.
I'm trying to help out.
The Nicka Nets.
I just sounded like saying nigga nets, but okay.
I didn't say that. You said it, not me.
I just saying. Okay.
The net of boxes.
So Oh God! All right, I was drained. This was not the night for me to be sober.
I mean,
okay.
It's okay.
I don't understand why you don't realize that this is coming already. Like it's not even.
Yeah, I
like,
mean, and you showed up wearing a Knicks jacket.
Right.
Bro. Like, what do you think was gonna happen?
It is very comfortable and form-fitting. Okay.
I believe it.
You know what? That would make sense for all the time that team spends at home. That they would make very comfortable,
Right.
casual
Like
leisure wear.
Right.
Like,
Feels like mediocrity. Right.
let's make it comfortable. They'll be wearing this more than they are.
Right.
I can't be mad at that. All right.
Oh,
Yes.
man.
All right. Let's get
Hey.
off that a lot. Let's get off of everything else. Super Bowl's next week. We already know who Ellis has got. Dame, who do you got?
I think I got the young bull. I think the old guys is gonna have it. I think this is it. I think Patrick Mahomes is gonna show up and show out. He has. I mean, they do have the just. I don't know. I'm about to backtrack for a second there, because they both got good offensive pieces, but that Tampa Bay defense is a little bit better. Is a lot bit better, I will say, than the Kansas City's defense. So I think that's going to be the piece, the main
defense
piece.
don't matter. Like, yo, Travis Kelce is a robot that catches touchdowns.
Right.
Yeah.
And Tyreek Hill is actually a motor vehicle that they somehow disguised as a person.
Right.
Like,
Yes.
It's like,
Right.
I'm
I can compare.
Will froze.
I'm just hoping that we can keep pace offensively.
Right.
Maybe somehow or another our defense gets one good stop.
Right. I think that's going to be it. It's going to be a high scoring game. It's not going to be like that Rams New England game a couple of years ago. That shit was fresh. Yeah, I hated that game. That was like the worst Super Bowl ever for me. It was fucking.
I don't have much faith in stopping Tyreek Hill though. Like I'm having nightmares about that dude. Like he's just like I've never seen anybody run that fast and their legs don't move.
Right, like his body look like
it's like an optical illusion. Like is he running or is he flying?
Like, and then when he do that backflip in the end zone, he be by himself, like he be running the sprint.
There is the chance that Kansas City doesn't comes into this game a little too laxed, you know. Like I think if they score like 1 or 2 touchdowns early, you know, they'll get back into this. Oh yeah, you know, we got this, and that does leave them vulnerable.
Do y'all remember what happened last time we played these dudes? Tyreek Hill had 218 yards in the first quarter.
Jesus.
Oh right, yes, yeah, I remember that.
That's right. Most dudes are happy to have that for a game.
Or
even a 2-game span. Like over the last 2 games, this dude had that in a quarter. Like I'm seriously thinking about pulling that move that those Celtics fans pulled in that movie. What is it? Celtic Pride?
Celtic Pride, right.
Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Like kidnap Tyreek Hill.
Listen, bro. I just gotta catch him. I don't know how. Like,
yeah, you better hit him with a car. So that's the only way you're gonna catch him.
Which car is fast enough to catch that nigga?
Right.
Is Kansas City a dynasty if they win this time?
Yeah, they about to roll over the league. If they win, I mean they are anyway. Honestly, if they lose, they gonna be right back next year.
Right, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, like it's just as long as those 3 are healthy, and honestly, you know they're gonna draft. They got other people coming in, like
right.
Yeah, so they're always gonna have guys who are like, I'm gonna win a chip. Let me go.
Right. Right. Like, so I mean, I don't see anybody else.
Eventually, J.J. Watt's gonna get annoyed and be like, "Cool, well, I'm out too." And
I don't know. I feel like J.J. Watt don't much care about losing. He loves Houston. I feel like honestly,
he's the only one left who loves Houston.
That's it. I mean,
okay. Everybody else is out.
Yeah, Deshaun said, "I'm out."
Depending on
Are you saying there's a Houston curse?
I mean, right now it feels that way.
That's what they get for
Like
cheap.
when you really look about it, they lost James Harden.
Yeah, they lost
Deshaun Watson.
James Harden rolled his way out of Houston. Like,
right, he definitely was like, he said, "I don't know what else I can do, baby. I don't know."
Watch how fat I get. Like,
right.
Every day you keep me on the roster, I gain 10 pounds. Let's see who wins.
He was like, "Nah, I'm chilling. I'm gonna get these double cheeseburgers."
But I mean, like, although like the city seems to be cursed sports wise, but I will say the Rockets aren't going to be terrible though.
No, but it's Houston's cursed because one team cursed them. One team brought the curse upon that city.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you lose a star quarterback in his prime? When's the last time we saw a star quarterback say trade me?
Right. Never. That's not nothing. You know, like, yo, let me get some more help. Blah 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 blah. But you don't never see nobody be like, nah.
He changed his bio, and in his bio it says for football inquiries. Yo, he said I no longer associate with them. Anybody that wants me to play football, I'll play for them.
Right. I mean,
like, how you trade away the D-Hop for like nothing? Like,
that was wild for a running back that didn't play.
Yeah, for a running back that was injury prone and past, just David Johnson.
I don't know.
Injury prone.
I think Bill O'Brien was like, you know what? I got years left on my contract, and I'd rather be home. So,
yes.
Yes. Why would I want to play in the playoffs? Why would I want to play in January? I want to go home.
Man, I got a boat. Like, I own a boat.
I want to spend my New Year's with my family. I don't want to be with you guys.
Right.
What Belichick is doing.
Oh man.
What do y'all think? What do y'all think is gonna happen to the Patriots?
Happen to the Patriots?
Are we like? Do you think they're gonna stay down?
Go ahead, Dave. Go ahead. You go.
Yeah, real quick. I feel like I think that's one of the places maybe Deshaun will want to go to or could go to. I don't know. He might have to do a lot of work and trading and numbers and stuff like that. But that was one of my sleeper picks. I would say that maybe he want to go to. Like, I think that'd be
that would be nice. Although for some reason Matt Stafford told the Lions that he would go anywhere but New England.
Right.
I don't know what that's about.
I think it's like you gotta have that mindset to be in there to be like, I'm gonna beat this regular guy.
Nah, I think y'all missing it though. Think about this.
I was about to say
what's going on in New England.
Yeah.
If that man is in Detroit saying I'll go.
No, because Matt Patricia came from New England to coach the Detroit Lions, and he's like, "This is the guy who taught you how to coach?" Yeah, no.
I'm not doing that again.
Like, no, I'm not doing it not twice.
Be straight. I go to LA.
Cam Newton is like, I'll come back if you want me to.
Absolutely.
No thanks, Cam.
Yeah, no thanks.
We good.
At this point, it's like New England's got to like embrace the rebuild. They're going to have to. They got away with it once. What they did, the Jimmy Garoppolo stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Just go into the tank for a year, or try find somebody whose quarterback is being underutilized. That Belichick can be like, "Hey, I can."
Let me finesse you out of your quarterback, please.
Yeah.
Jared Goff will probably be on the market soon. He won't be in Detroit long.
No.
I mean, I'll say this. Out of that trade, here's who really won out of that trade. It's, Detroit came up crazy.
Did they?
Being able to, yeah, man, get all those first-round draft picks.
How many of them was it?
Tell me. How many first-round draft picks does he see Detroit have over the last decade? They did shit with them. They're gonna suck anyway.
I don't know. I feel like they've been playing like round robin with that. Like, I'd have to like actually look up the full deal.
I mean, think about it. They're bad every year. They always get a bunch of picks. Don't mean shit in Detroit because they still gonna suck.
Right.
Like they had Calvin Johnson.
Right.
And
he said, "I quit."
They had Barry Sanders, and they sucked.
At 30 years old, I'm done.
When I saw something the other day that said Calvin Johnson is 35, I was like, just now?
Right.
Like he quit like 10 years ago. Like
right.
Yes.
Barry Sanders.
I mean, Barry Sanders is the same.
Right. He did the same thing. He's like, nah, I'm good.
The Lions might be the Knicks of the NFL.
Woo.
Yo, you gonna stop disrespecting.
What? I'm trying to. We just shat all over Houston, and now you sensitive about New York.
Right, you can't be.
I'm just saying.
You brought it back to New York, all right?
When you think about it, both teams, no matter. Think about it. The Knicks had Porzingis, right? And you fucked that up so much, and you end up having to give him away for Dennis Smith Jr., who is now saying, "Hey, can I go play in the G League so I can not sit on the bench all day?" Like it's like.
I need to
Can
play.
I just say?
I need to get some playing time, baby. I need to play. I go to the
Can
G
I
League.
just say? Can I just say, unpopular opinion? The way that Porzingis has been playing lately, the Knicks may have won that trade.
That's easy. That's easy to say over the last couple of weeks. Last year, Porzingis was balling.
Right.
Over the last couple of weeks,
I was just, and
he's been terrible for the last couple of games. I won't deny that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, last year though, he was.
Oh, look, the Rockets scored 48 points in the first quarter. It's almost like I know what I'm talking about.
No, you're right.
Almost.
But again, I think it's going to be another couple of years
talking,
making the playoffs.
Right.
I mean, again, being a fan of winning teams, I have a different perspective. It's like, my teams know how to win. They know how to close it out. I mean, we don't choke like the Clippers. That's why I'm not a Clipper fan. And honestly, I question the mindset of anybody who's purposely a Clipper fan. Like, how did you wake up saying, you know what? I want to be number 2.
I mean, look, there's people in New York who are diehard Mets fans, and it's like you have the Yankees right over there. Like,
that don't make sense either. Yeah,
right. There's no way I could be a Mets fan. Like, it's no way.
I don't understand Mets fans. I just like where you like. I don't get that. Who's worse, the Mets or the Clippers?
I had to say the Clippers, honestly, because at least the Clippers had.
Kind of have to say the Clippers are because
the Clippers
because
are
the Mets have
pieces. Right, and the Mets don't. And then the Mets are still paying Bobby Bonilla and shit.
Yes, every year. I love it. Every year I celebrate that day. Like,
right, like
Bobby Bonilla Day.
Wait, have the Clippers never?
No, look, remember that agent? His agent deserves to be in politics.
He is the GOAT.
Like, he should run for office.
I want his agent to be my agent.
Right, like
yes.
That was fucking crazy. This nigga is.
Bro,
he ain't played baseball. I don't know how long. Like,
I'm about to call him up. Like, bro, name your percentage. I'll pay it.
This man took this guy getting paid $5 million in total, and somehow stretch it out so they're going to pay $22 million over the next 22 years.
Bro. When's the last time we seen a team get finesse like that? Oh, whoever's paying Russell Westbrook.
Oh shit. Listen, man, the guy got something, okay? I don't know what it is, but it ain't enough, but it's something.
Or I'll say this. Or Paul George. He's another one.
What needs to happen. What needs to happen is anytime Westbrook hits the court, you just need to put like a dummy of Kevin Durant on the other player's team. Like the Wizards just need to, because what he did to the Nets the other night.
Yeah, that was wild.
Like, that was personal.
No,
that was personal. Like I've seen him play this year. He was kind of like, oh, okay. Oh, I missed. Yesterday, he was just like, you guys are not beating me. No, it's not happening. I'm not listening to that man.
He was like, I had to take that shit and go to State. I'm not taking that shit now. Because ironically, think about it. Ironically, they end up back in the same conference again. Like,
right.
Again.
Yes. And Durant's on another super team, technically.
Right.
No,
Yeah,
that's
that
a,
first time.
that's a super.
You
No
know.
matter how many holes they have, James Harden, Kyrie, and Kevin Durant is a super team.
Yeah, without question. It's not
Although
even
Kyrie's gonna lose his shit soon and start, meditating in the middle of a game, like fucking Doctor Strange.
Right, yeah.
They won't be able to wake him up.
Yeah.
Are the Nets? This is the second time the Nets did this shit though.
right. That
Remember they
fucking
traded for KG and Paul
right.
Pierce?
I said the same. I was like, why the fuck did they do? I was like, that was the dumbest shit.
And Darren Williams.
Right.
What's so funny to me? Yes, right. Brooke Lopez, Paul Pierce, Kevin
Right.
Garnett,
Old
Johnson.
ass
Yeah,
Paul
they was like,
Pierce,
oh,
old
all-star
ass Kevin Garnett. Right. Like they was
Paul
all
Pierce talking about I know all LeBron moves. That's why I'm good at guarding them. And they like LeBron coming to drop 46.
right.
Right.
LeBron says I'm going right. Yeah, they didn't make it past second round. So
Bruh.
Right. I was like, yeah, that was
funny there.
Right.
What's so funny there is that they went through that. They only got second round playoffs at best. Then they watched as the Brooklyn Nets got basically all of the Nets all-stars are the results of Brooklyn giving them the draft picks for Garnett and Paul Pierce and them having nothing to show for it for years and years and years. And then they turn around, trade for James Harden and says, you know what? Let's give up all our draft picks again. The Nets, the next first round pick that the Nets control right now, he's 11 years old. Okay.
Yo, that's wild. I will say, James Harden is a little more worth it than a 47-year-old Paul Pierce going to be worth and a 50-year-old KG.
Right. But what he's saying, right? Is it gonna right? It's gotta be like it. They have to win the ship now.
They're probably not. Yeah, they're probably not going to.
Right, and they're not. They don't have the bench, or they don't have enough defense to stop.
Yeah,
to stop anybody. Like
I don't see them being able to guard Anthony Davis and LeBron.
Right.
And I do see at some point Anthony Davis and those Lakers being able to actually stop them. Like
right.
They have
honestly
they have an outside shot at just put a few upsets because literally they're going to they've been showing like, hey, we're just going to score 140 points, 150 points in a night. If you guys can score at our clip, you'll probably beat us.
Pretty much.
That's
all right. So that's the question.
Those games will be 150 to 130.
Right. Will they get past the Bucks first, though? That's the question.
Yes.
So that's the okay.
They'll beat the Bucks. Giannis, for some reason, forgets how to play basketball in the playoffs. So
I don't think they beat Cleveland, honestly. Cleveland's coming alive.
Right. I've been saying that.
They just lost to Cleveland twice.
Yeah, they lost to Cleveland twice.
Yeah.
Cleveland was like, here's the thing, but they were saying, I was reading this, it was saying like they were expecting Andre Drummond to get bought out, and then the Nets were just going to scoop in and just get him for the minimum. And
yeah, I think he's going to end up with the Lakers.
Cleveland decided, you know what, we're not going to suck anymore.
That's true. I think Drummond will end up on the Lakers if he does get bought out. Which, I mean, at that point,
Lakers.
Yeah, that shit is a wrap.
Yeah,
that's the only thing they missing.
I respect the shit out of LeBron for doing that because, like I said, he's gonna ride out in the sunset on top, and that was a smart move on his behalf. Like, and if they get that Andre Drummond, that'll be a wrap. Like I said, he's gonna ride to the sunset.
Yo,
on top.
LeBron had the greatest plan ever. Like people talk shit, they was like, he going to the Lakers. It's Cleveland Cavaliers East, and he was just like, just gonna fuck around this year. It don't matter. I got AD coming.
Right.
Like that.
Right.
It's over. Like, I don't.
Absolutely.
So let me ask y'all this. Because it looks like, I mean, if things go well for him, he actually will hit that all-time scorer record. He got 5-6 championships and the all-time scorer record. How is he not the greatest player we've ever seen?
Jesus.
I just want to know.
All right.
What are we saying then? Like, what happened then?
Listen,
No.
real
Here's,
quick.
here's what I said.
All I'm gonna say real quick is he is the greatest of his generation. I'm gonna say it like Jordan said it. He could not play Jordan. Jordan couldn't play Will Chamberlain. Will Chamberlain couldn't play Bill Russell. So he was the greatest. He's the greatest of his time. I'm not saying the GOAT. I'm saying whatever the fuck the acronym is for the greatest of your time. That's it. Just leave it
And
at
you
that.
know what? If that's where you at with it, I'm good with that.
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
Who I'm arguing with are the people that are saying.
Listen, if anybody would be a blind ass liar to be saying that LeBron isn't the great. He's like 37 years old, still fucking putting up 30 fucking points a night. Like grabbing at least 10 rebounds, almost fucking averaging a triple double. Come on, dog. You can't even.
All right, so that's bullshit. Not you, Dave.
Okay.
Not you, Dave. That's
I know. Man,
right, yeah, I see it too. We're going to touch on that in a second, but I got to say this real quick. It's like LeBron has the best start to finish basketball career that I think of anybody. Okay, you can't tell me that you would have had a 19-year-old or a 20-year-old Jordan over a 20-year-old LeBron.
Right. You wouldn't never say that at all. You wouldn't.
Absolutely not. Like, and I mean, we remember MJ being great at that age, but like LeBron is like carried a franchise at that age. Like,
right. Like Jordan scored 63 and lost to the Lakers. I mean, lost to the Clippers.
To the Celtics.
Right. Yeah. And Larry Bird said it like, nigga, that nigga was Jesus, but still he's lost.
But still kept spanking his ass. He never beat Larry Bird in the playoffs.
Right. He couldn't. Never did. Never
Larry Bird was complimenting him while sweeping him every year.
Right. Like it took him a while to get over that hump. I mean, LeBron carried that championship team when he played the Spurs. He carried them.
He had no business being in the finals that year.
Right.
They had no business being there. You take him, like, this is crazy. You take him off that finals team, and they're a lottery team. Right. If you just remove that one player, like,
I honestly saw that when he left Cleveland to go to
that shit was crazy.
Right. And but then they got Kyrie.
And then Gilbert said, we'll win the championship before he does. I guarantee you. We still waiting on that.
Right.
Matter of fact, he had to come back for you to get it.
Right. So you're not.
I say this, Jordan, like there was a time where prime Jordan, between like that 92 to 98 years, where yes, he was the greatest player that we've ever seen. Mm-hmm. In that 6-year span, he might have been the best basketball player, defensively, offensively, just completely desire to win. Killer instinct, everything else. And that 6-year span. And we get rose-colored eyes being like, well, Jordan's the greatest.
Right.
As I said, Jordan has his flaws, and not to mention, LeBron's going to play till he's like 40.
Right.
For sure. He wants to play with his son. We know that.
He's going to be
and I haven't seen a decline come yet. Right.
I
haven't seen a decline come yet. And for those who would like to say about who is the greatest sports athlete of all time, and would like to put Tom Brady in that conversation,
which is
right. Let's look at the facts real quick. 2 of those Super Bowls is really Adam Vinatieri.
Only 2?
Another Super Bowl is Malcolm Butler.
Right.
Huh?
Right.
I'm saying. Malcolm Butler saved them. They lost twice to Peyton's younger brother. When they needed time to come through and actually do something.
Tom Brady.
Then he lost to Nick Foles.
Right.
Yes, then he lost to Nick Foles.
Back up.
Okay.
You lost to the other Manning and Nick Foles.
Right. Hey, Nick, stop fishing real quick. Come play the Super Bowl for me real quick. All right.
Right. Like, then put the Bible down and exercise Tom Brady.
Yo, catch it.
Not only that, you're
touchdown real quick.
gonna catch a touchdown during this game. You're not just gonna throw them.
Hey,
You're gonna
shit.
catch one as well.
Holy shit! I can do that too. Throw me the
Yo.
ball. Throw Tom Brady the ball.
Yo.
Nope, not today, bitch.
So
I honestly, like, for me, having a quarterback, I mean, especially like quarterbacks that don't move, like while people talk about how hard football is playing, right? Football is a tough sport to play, absolutely. But basketball players have to play both ways the entire game. There's no offensive line protecting them. Ain't no, like, when Michael Jordan dribbles in front of you, there's nowhere to run. You can't fall. The ref ain't gonna throw a flag because you got, like, legit. Quarterback is the most protected position in all the sports.
Right, and then you sitting down for half the game anyway because you're not playing on defense. Like,
you look at them wrong, it's 15 yards.
Right.
So, I mean, with that kind of protection, I don't know.
Oh, it's like I said, like, I'll give him this. Like, what he did against Atlanta, yes, he won that Super Bowl. I will give him that one.
Well, I mean, he did, but I mean, also the defense didn't give up points in the second half.
I mean, like I said, it's hard to see it. You're absolutely right. Football is definitely more of a team sport, whereas basketball, you're not going to win unless you have an MVP caliber player.
Yeah, like Tom Brady has never had. We ain't never seen Tom Brady drag a terrible team to the Super Bowl.
Yes,
right.
We've never seen that before. Like,
right.
It's just like I think like the only basketball team that actually didn't have like an MVP would have been Detroit back then. I know, was that 05, 06 Detroit?
Right. They didn't, but right. No, right. You absolutely right. Nobody was like above each other. Like, I mean, maybe Chauncey Billups a little bit, but still, like, you had Sheed, you had Ben, you had Rip, you had a bunch of players. Right. Tayshaun Prince, right. You had everybody was good enough. You know what I mean? And and then
they were they like the great value first version of the Celtics that we saw a couple years later? Think about it. Think about the people you had on that team, right? You had Rasheed Wallace, who was also ended up on the Celtics. Antonio McDyess, who I believe also ended up on the Celtics. No, it wasn't Antonio McDyess, but that was PJ. PJ was their Antonio McDyess.
Yeah.
Like, you had two dynamic guards. While Rondo wasn't dynamic as an offensive player, he was a dynamic point guard.
Right.
Like, you had your Ben Wallace as the guy who's only out there to play defense, and Kendrick Perkins. They were built a lot of the same ways, just with better players. I mean, so I think that was a blueprint for that time of basketball.
Right.
Oh yeah, it was definitely
strong role players. Right.
They were like that. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go with strong teams. Strong. They were San Antonio. Well, not San Antonio because Tim Duncan was. I'm not gonna disrespect Tim Duncan like that, but
they scored points. Lots of them.
They were like
from that 2014 finals.
Team and team basketball, and we're gonna hurt you.
Right.
Okay, we're gonna hurt you.
Yeah.
All right. Ben Wallace, go kill him.
Yeah. And Ben just come out of the tunnel. Ben smash.
Yeah. Ben smash puny defense.
Ben get the rebound.
I got the rebound. Okay.
Ben don't score points. Ben don't do points.
Put the ball in the basket.
All right. So season's still kind of early. My Knicks aren't horrible. I just want to say that. Just get off my chest. They're not bad this year. Anyway, who do you guys have? Way too early. Western Conference, Eastern Conference matchup. Who's like your top two out of the conferences right now?
I mean, so obviously I got the Lakers being there because duh. I'm stuck right now between. It's a 3-team lock for me as their opponent. Nuggets, Jazz, or Clippers. Honestly, the Clippers are very fortunate this year because there's no pressure. It ain't like last year. They talked all that shit. Now everybody's like, go beat the Lakers. They couldn't even get past the Nuggets. They playing under the radar this year, so they could get it done. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not sure they could beat Utah if they got to play Utah. Like, so I mean, it could. The way Utah is playing right now, it might fuck around. I got the Lakers in Utah.
Yeah, Spider Mitchell definitely is.
And they gonna give the Lakers a lot of problems.
Mm-hmm.
Right. They got a lot of pieces and a lot of they got a lot of people scoring from a lot of different
Joe
positions.
Ingles, Bogdanovich, all of a sudden Jordan Clarkson remembered how to play basketball.
Yeah, it just clicked back on his brain.
Right.
It's like, oh shit, I'm a basketball player. So yeah, I'm gonna go Lakers and Jazz.
Lakers and Jazz, and who you got, Damon?
Definitely Lakers. That's not even a question. Yeah, Dallas. I be wanting Dallas to do stuff, but they.
Yo, I want them to be good so bad.
Right.
I
used to love Dallas.
I would like. I like Luka.
Right,
like,
right. And
they look like they could be a really good team.
Right, you would think so, right? You'd be like, yeah, but yeah, I guess I gotta kind of lean towards what he said. The Jazz is the only team that seems built enough to strong enough. Like, I mean, I feel like the Clippers could do it, just like you said, under the radar now. They're not, as much pressure on them. Maybe the Clippers, but that would be it. I don't really see Portland, not really. Like I said, Dallas, not really. So I would have to say one of those. Definitely Jazz, Clippers. Maybe Portland, but I don't see it. I would love to see it. I wish Dame time would come around in the playoffs on the regular.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They need another piece.
The first round. Yeah.
They gonna fuck around and end up playing LA again in the first round or something like that. That's
right.
It'd
be easy.
I want to pick the Clippers so bad, but I'm like, they're gonna end up having to play either the Nuggets, Jazz. Or, they're gonna have to play one of those two teams. Honestly, right. I don't think they can beat either one of them.
Right.
Because Denver, any given night can beat anybody. They just
right.
Jokic just decides he's a point guard and.
Right, like he just put up 47 the other night. So I don't know. Like I said, yeah, I would have to say the Jazz. Jazz seem like they're coming together at the right time.
So like, even Denver could take the Jazz out. I think.
Yeah, I think. I have Lakers and Nuggets right now, actually in the West. Myself, like you said, Jokic he's playing something special, man.
Yeah. Like
he's showing I'm not just a passer. Like I was watching him the other night, and I'm just like, yo, this dude, he's not as athletic as an Elijah-Wan.
Bro, he looks slow as shit now.
Bro, he looks slow and tired all game. Like he be running up and down the court, then he just stands there like he's exhausted, and they pass him the ball. And all of a sudden, his energy bar is filled.
Yeah, he just makes magic happen out of the blue. It's like he'll just like slow back down, slow. Oh,
right.
When
the ball touches his hand, he's like, "Oh, it's on, it's on." All right, I'm gonna slow down.
Playing Jokic on 2K is the most maddening experience ever.
Yeah, he rope-a-dopes you all day, all game, basically. All right. So in the East, who you guys got?
I got Sixers, and it's a little tough, but I think it's gonna be Nets and Sixers.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Nets got issues, and other people will try to expose them. They just won't have enough star talent to expose it. But the Sixers right now, think about it. They got Joel playing how Joel plays, right? And then off the bench comes Dwight Howard.
Right.
So they're gonna constantly just go at the rim on them.
Right.
They're gonna foul out whoever's playing the 5 spot. They don't have enough fives, so now you're just gonna be scrambling.
Right.
Now Kyrie's getting posted up by Ben Simmons. James Harden is running circles around, whatever. But you can let James Harden go.
Right.
We can literally let James Harden go.
Right.
We got it. No, you got to stop Kyrie. You got to stop Kyrie. You have to, because James Harden eventually will shoot himself out of the game.
Yeah,
Right.
he will shoot himself out the game, but I guess that's just the only thing. At some point, if he's looking that way, you give the ball to Durant, and all he's going to do is just.
Well, we're not
disguise.
stopping KD, so you don't even try. Like, just,
So, yeah, you gotta take an L on one of the
KD might score 60 a night, but
Right.
you know who won't? Kyrie and James Harden.
Right. And if you can stop those two people, then yeah.
Because both of them have to get to the rim a lot. So even if Joel is in foul trouble, off the bench comes Dwight Howard, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year.
Right.
Is Harden the least dangerous out of those three?
No.
Who is?
All right.
You think it's Kyrie?
All right, yeah, let's tell the truth about Kyrie. Kyrie status is only because there's sections of the media that don't like LeBron. So if you think about it, everywhere LeBron's been and everybody he's played with, they overrate it at some point. We overrate the people he played with, underrate who he plays against. So when he was with the Heat, it was Dwayne Wade, right? Except Dwayne Wade's run around the finals averaging 17 points a game. That's not great. So you get to Cleveland and it's Kyrie this and Kyrie that. Kyrie did make that shot in the finals. Yes, he did. But Kyrie is a weapon. Kyrie cannot be your best player. Honestly, if you want to keep it all the way 100, he really shouldn't be your second best player. Kyrie's your third best player. He's a weapon. He's a scoring weapon. But he don't do shit else but that.
Right.
Kyrie can't guard nobody. He doesn't guard anybody. He's on the team with Kevin Durant right now, and he's shooting the ball more than Kevin Durant.
Okay, look. I'm gonna say this.
He's Russell Westbrook with a better jump shot.
Current Kyrie
and better handles.
Latavius Irving is a different mental self. I don't know where that switch went off, but
the switch was always on. That's what I'm saying. Like, we've been lying about. If you think about it, Kyrie before LeBron got to Cleveland, he had problems with Deion Waiters.
Yeah, Deion Waiters is not LeBron James.
I'm just, but for them, they were the two stars of that team.
Yeah, what we understood was that, Kyrie definitely thought that, I should be leading a team. I need to go someplace where I am in charge of a team. And KD, I hate to kind of say this to him, but apparently he doesn't really mind saying.
No, he don't care.
I'm beta.
Yeah, I don't think he cares.
KD does not care about not being the leader of the team.
Right.
I don't care. I'll play beta, man.
Yeah.
Go out, man, and do what you need to do and everything else. And I don't know what conspiracy theories Kyrie is subscribing to, but I'm not going to sit here and say like he's not that you can't be the second best team player on that team.
I mean, again, we've already
depends on where his mental is at for sure.
He was the second best player on the LeBron team, which he was playing with.
That's
LeBron.
all you really need.
Right.
Yeah.
So everywhere he's been since, he's either been the first or the second best player, and the teams ain't done anything.
Right.
Yeah. So,
Kyrie is a offensive player. He's gonna score a fuck ton of points. He's gonna give you a bunch of highlights, but again, he does not play defense except for some reason he plays defense against Steph Curry. I don't know what that's about.
That's a point guard thing. That's all. It's the same thing.
I don't know if that's personal or not, but like some reason he guards Steph.
I mean that's just more of a personal thing. Like it's the same way.
A personal thing, but
Steph
you would
Curry
think
goes off against Damian Lillard. you know?
Right. Yeah, I don't know. It's the same way. It seems like he just, it's not enough. I mean, again, if you want to lead the team, you should be leading the team on both offense and defense. You can't just be, dribble around, all night and then think
Right.
that's going to be enough. You have to, if you're going to lead a team, you got to lead them on both ends of the court. You got to, you know what I mean, figure out what you can do or what you can tell to other people. And maybe even if you alleviate some of that pressure off of yourself and put it on them, that's what being a leader is about. Sometimes you have to pass, some of that energy off and be like, yo, this is what you got to do. I need you to do this. I'm going to do my job. You do your job. And let's get it done. You know what I mean? And that's, it's weird that it doesn't work like that, but I don't think he understands that. And he seems a little, I guess, self-absorbed. So it's like, I don't think he'll ever get that. Yeah, I don't think he'll ever get it. I don't think he will. And like I said, I think the Nets have like a 2-3 year window, and I don't see it happening. I really don't see it happening.
Yeah, All right. 2-year window is. I definitely think it's what they got. They got this year, next year.
They got this year,
because then everybody's gonna opt out for new contracts. Or
right. Exactly. Right. And I don't know if KD's gonna start chasing a ring, or you know what I mean.
KD. I don't want to say what's going on in that man's head at any given point. But no matter what they do, even if they win, here's the interesting part about it. No matter what they do, they can win a championship in Brooklyn. They still won't be the number one team in this city.
Always comes back to the Knicks.
Shame. No, I'm saying it's a shame. It is what it is. But
and the Barclays, I heard
they
the Barclays is nicer than Madison Square Garden. I'm just saying. I've been there. I've been to both of them. Barclays looks a little nicer. I just want to say that. It really.
Barclays is newer. That's number one. That's just it. Madison Square is old. Yeah, Madison Square Garden is just old, and
I'm bluffing. It's the Mecca. It's definitely. Like I said, I be praying for the Knicks too, man. I swear to God, I'm not a Knicks fan. I'm a basketball fan. I know the Knicks were, at one point in time, one of the big places to play and places to be, and you want it to happen. I'm behind you 100%. I don't think it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I'm behind you. As a sports fan, you don't want the Ewing layup to be the last thing y'all have.
Was it the last thing that we had?
What have y'all had since then? I don't get it. I mean, if you can explain it to me and tell me what y'all had, Melo and a couple playoff. I mean, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have went there. It hurt me too because I seen it. I was like, this nigga laid it up. Like why he didn't dunk it? Y'all beat the shit out of him. That's why. But whatever. I'm sorry. Let's end on a positive note. Y'all looking good right now. Hopefully, y'all can play. What seeding are y'all at right now?
We lost last night, but they were hovering around like the 7th or 6th seed for a while.
Okay. All right, that's good. And again, like I said, line it up to the right team.
They have something to build upon. Something to build upon. And right now, my New York sports, until the Yankees take the field again, and again, when the Yankees do get on the field this year, damn, because they look scary.
Right, they do. I heard who's the most recent person y'all got? I think y'all got somebody else for like a 1 or 2 year deal. I seen.
Yeah, we picked up we picked up the old closer from Cleveland, and then we picked up a starting pitcher from Pittsburgh who was a Cy Young contender a few years back at cheap deals.
Okay. Right.
So pitching has always been our issue because the Yankees will go out there and have a 12 to 14 game, and
right.
That's not baseball. Outside of
no.
So yeah, that'll be that. But until then, I grasp on the straws that my other teams give me. Please, sir, can I have some more wins? That's my life. Oh God. One day. Anyway,
Right.
y'all, thank y'all for joining us tonight as we talk our shit and, let things play out. And we'll see. We'll check in after you guys post Super Bowl and, absorb the tears of Ellis as his team goes down in flames. And I'm saying that because he had
Yeah,
technical difficulties and can no longer defend himself.
Right. The young Bulls are gonna take over the old calf. He's gonna knock him out.
Yes, absolutely. About the time to take Old Yeller out
Right.
to the barn and put him down. So on that note, y'all, have a good night.
Have a good one. Peace.